It's really no surprise that minimalism and sustainable living go hand in hand because there are ways that minimalism naturally supports a zero waste, or what I like to call a zero waste lifestyle. And what that means is that your lifestyle is just naturally going to produce less trash and waste and recycling. Hey everyone, I'm Jen Palandro. Hello Brio is a community of conscious creatives, and if that sounds like you, make sure to hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos about intentional living. So in general, if you're buying less through minimalism, you are naturally supporting a less demand supply cycle. So because you're buying less, there's going to be less manufacturing that happens, there's going to be less transportation that happens, etc. So I know it's a small drop in the pond of what we can consider consumerism, but really anything will help. It can be daunting to think that, oh, if I don't buy this extra toy for my kid, that I'm saving the planet. And no, that's not really the case, let's be honest. But you're going to tell a message to the manufacturers and to the big companies, big box stores, etc. if suddenly chunks of people stop going and buying something every day at Target. So here are 6 tips for how you can support a zero waste or near waste lifestyle with a minimalism approach. Number 1 is going to be unsubscribe. And I know this is something that I've talked about in my email minimalism video, but unsubscribing is going to do a lot. When you see an email inbox filled with newsletters from your favorite brands every single day with all the deals everywhere all the time, free shipping, 20% off, free buy one get one, blah 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 blah, like, you are going to be tempted to buy more. By unsubscribing, you are removing that pressure from yourself. You are reducing the amount of time that you'll have to spend in your email inbox, which is fantastic. And you're just not going to be reminded constantly that that brand exists. When you need a new set of workout pants, you will go to your favorite store and buy them. And yes, you might be able to Google a quick coupon before you go. See how you're flipping it on its head. You're not reacting as a response to an email in your inbox. You are actively knowing, like, hey, I need to go buy an item. Let me go look for a coupon, and then you go intentionally buy that item. It's a big difference. Number 2 is hanging in there with your old items. For example, say you have bath towels, right? Everyone has bath towels. Would I love new bath towels? Yeah, of course. Ours are old and a little bit, not like super luxe hotel quality anymore. And yes, they're fraying at the edges, but guess what? They provide us warmth and dry us and do all the things that they're supposed to do. So do I absolutely need to go and buy new bath towels? No. Would I eventually love to buy some? Yes. And maybe, we'll get them as a gift and then we'll donate the old towels. But by not having that knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, the towel edge is starting to fray and it's just so ugly, like, okay, get out a sewing kit, sew it up, okay, and then keep using it. It's gonna last for a long time. And by reducing that strain on the cycle of manufacturing and consumerism, again, you're contributing to a more sustainable lifestyle. Along that same route is number 3, repair and clean. There are a lot of things that you own that can be repaired and cleaned and maintained so that it can stay in your life a little longer. One example that I have are boots. I wear, tall-ish leather boots all winter long. They're the only shoes I wear in the winter, unless it's snowing, then I wear snow boots. Anyhow, and instead of buying a cheap, crappy pair of boots that need to be resold or thrown out just because the fake leather starts cracking, etc., I will invest in a really nice pair of boots that can be resold. By doing this, I'm supporting a more sustainable brand, and I'm also supporting local shops by going there and having them fix my boots when the heel gets a little wonky or when it needs a new zipper. You don't need to go out and throw away the thing that you have if it can be repaired and cleaned, and honestly make it look like new again. Number 4 is repurposing. There are a lot of things that have come from the children. When my oldest son was a baby, we had tons and tons of swaddling blankets that were that really soft flannel cotton, and just really, really cute blankets. They have little animals on them, etc. And when it came time that he didn't need those anymore, I had the option. Could I throw them out? Could I donate them to an animal shelter? But what I actually decided to do was send them out to someone on Etsy, where she serged, she cut the fabric, serged the edges so that they wouldn't fray, and now we use them as reusable napkins and tissues. And it's just a little nice reminder, because whenever we use them, it's like, oh, that was his blanket, and now it's like a tissue or something that we're reusing as a rag. Number 5 is buy parts. When you have something that isn't working because one of the parts went missing, or that it just doesn't really function anymore because it's dirty or old, I don't know. Instead of replacing the whole thing, go out and get the part. For example, we have a French press and the carafe will break. So we've broken the carafe to our French press, I want to say twice since we've had it. Instead of going out and buying a whole new French press, you can easily find a replacement part online. You can just Google replacement part for whatever, blank, fill in the blank, and then you will be able to find it. By doing this, it's frugal, it's sustainable, and you're really just gonna end up with the same thing that you had before, just with a little bit of a different glass. I don't know if that made sense, but next time that you have something that's broken or needs repair, instead of trying to replace the whole thing, just look for the replacement part online, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it. The last tip is to buy less and buy higher quality. And I've already sort of touched on this, but by buying less, you are obviously supporting a more sustainable lifestyle, and you're also kind of dipping into the minimalism lifestyle. But by buying higher quality, that means that you're gonna have less turnover for your items. Let me give you an example. I was at Target and I was like, you know what? I really need t-shirts. I went into my aisle, found some really cute t-shirts. They looked like they were gonna look nice and last for a decent amount of time. Well, let me tell you what, they lasted a season, and it was so frustrating. Even though I never put them in the dryer, I treated them right, I washed them correctly, they still got really wonky and they still lost their shape. The fabric became really bizarre after a couple of washes, even though they said they were machine washable. And also they had horrific stains on them. And I know, yeah, I have kids, but like they were really weird stains, and they couldn't come out with some scrubbing. My point is to not be tempted by the cheap, quick fixes that you'll find at some stores. I would have been much better off if I went to a higher ticket store and purchased a t-shirt that's going to last for 10 years. So when you're looking to buy something, make sure it's higher quality, because it's going to last longer. And I know it can be difficult to get over that mindset of like, oh, well, I'd rather just buy like these $20 jeans because the $80 jeans are $80. But let me tell you, when you invest in your clothes and invest in your items, you're really going to take better care of them. You're going to find that they last longer and do the things that they are promised to do, because they are higher quality items. If this is too long and you didn't read it or listen to it, let me sum it up for you. Buy less. Buy only what you need. Take away temptation. Run your current possessions into the ground. Repair and clean your current items to your best ability. Buy higher quality items that will last you for a longer amount of time. I hope this video was helpful, everyone. If you have ways that your minimalist lifestyle contributes to a more sustainable or zero waste lifestyle, I would love to hear your tips in the comments below, or let me know your favorite takeaway from the video, and I will talk to you next week.